Ooh, hello there, my fellow miners and crafters. Good times with Scar here, and welcome back to the wonderful worlds of Hermits and crafting. And it's so good to hit the record button, jump on the server, and I hope you enjoy today's episode, as we may be doing a landscaping order today, our very first order. But we're flying around our volcano slash evil layer, and I want to show you guys the interior before we move out, because we worked super hard on it in our last episode where we built our docks out in the I gently grazed that pillar up there and Scar's knocked out. He's just drifting to the bottom of the sea. I look like a Grindylow, by the way. I look like a Grindylow. Oh, I'm lost inside my pants or something. What is going on here? Okay, there we go. I don't know what just happened. I got so distracted by Grindylows. Apparently, I'm stuck in Aquascar at the moment now. Aqua Grindylow Scar. This is just the worst intro I've ever made. I'm still stuck in Aquascar. Oh my gosh, what is going on? This is not Aquascar's realm. This floor is burning, it's hot, and I'm actually now literally stuck. I can't get out. Oh no. 5 minutes later, we have freed ourselves from the bounds of Aquascar, and we sent him back into Davy Jones's locker, and we can properly start our episode here. So we're in the volcano where we built our docks, and we built the boardwalks that surround the entire central core build, and these things are fun. I like the depth, the detail built within them. They remind me a lot of the Yellowstone boardwalks that surround all the geysers and different things along those lines. So I think it came out really nice. And for the central core, we're going to be doing a portal right inside here. And I think it'll be really fun to have the portal amongst all the lava and stuff along those lines. So that'll be cool. And I'm going to be doing that on Twitch on Friday, this coming Friday at 11:45. So mark your calendars. I'm going to be streaming from the show floor of TwitchCon, which is going to be interesting. I've never streamed outside of my setup. So that'll be really fun. And of course, we're going to continue to build this entire area out and really make it into a pirate black market, along with, the storage system that Cub and I built, or more likely, he built it all and I stood here and shot skeletons as he built it. But I love the wood, right? The wood's all burning away because the pirates really didn't put a lot of thought into it. They just kind of built in here and realized, hey, there's fire and there's wood and those things don't mix. But anyway, guys, let's head off to the shopping district. And if you're still loving the Hermitcraft series here, hit that like button and let's get growing. It's a great, big, beautiful morning, and as the sun rises over Lady Vexy, bringing great prosperity to the Vexes, let's check our stores and let's see if we've got some profits today. First up is the USS Undercut, so let's check this out, and boy, my diamond senses are tingling. All right, let's open this thing up and 13 diamonds to start the morning. Oh, that is a lot of beautiful shiny aqua. It makes my heart sing in the morning. Look at all these diamonds. This is insane. Oh, that is incredible. Next up here is Cherry Unapologetically Premium. That's our slogan. Oh, wow, we only have one Kill Tango sponsored box left. We might actually have to make some more of those. So let's check our boxes here. So iFlip Phone X's are usually pretty popular, and there we go. So we're gonna set those diamonds aside because these are the Concord profits, and we'll check our lights. Okay, these things have not been selling, but let's see. These are our big sellers here. There we go, 2 diamonds, beautiful. Oh my, another stack. Oh man. We are making money. We need to reinvest. We've got a lot of diamonds now, so we're gonna definitely have to reinvest some of these back into the market. So let's send these over back to Concorp, restock the Undercut, and put these back in the Scar Pirate Vault. Oh, I love the sight of some Concord profits. So I love how much profits my side is just accumulating. I dropped off Cub stack over here. And of course, these are from Cherry. So now we need to start thinking about restocking the shop. So over the weekend, I wanted to take it a little bit easy. I didn't stream because I've kind of pushed myself a little far lately. So I took some time, kind of rested, kind of thought about some new ideas, played with some things in creative mode. And I'm pretty inspired for some of the things that I was working on over the weekend. But I also did a whole lot of tree chopping. So we have plenty of wood now to restock Undercut. I put some big forests out in the center here. So there was acacia and birch. This entire thing was covered in, and Cub's just like, what is going on here? Now that acacia there is in memory of my calloused hands. And we now have everything back in stock here. So look at the amount of wood here. If we can sell all this out, oh, the profits will be immense. And I've also brought over a crafting bench. There we go. Let me throw that down. And I'm going to break these all down into blocks. So these are my con profits. And I'm going to put that in my chest alongside all of my other diamonds. Look at all these diamonds we have. We got to think of something to do with these, right? We're starting to account for a lot. And there is something happening on the server that we might be able to use our diamonds for. And let's go meet up with Doc, learn a little bit more about the stock market. And also, he wants to have a bit of a landscaping job. So we'll talk to him about that. Oh.
Yo!
I thought you were going to kill me. I was like, what's going on?
No, what?
I thought there was some kind of devious plot to lure me here.
This whole ruse, like build this whole thing and say right at the first day we're gonna hire Scar, and it was all a plan to get you here and kill you. Is that
and get those diamonds and get those con profits. You know,
all right.
I don't know if you've seen my chest back at Concorp. It has like 4 stacks of diamonds in it. I just love seeing it accumulate.
Ren is funding the whole server. I mean, I heard he became a wholesaler. And also, by the way, I spent like stacks of diamonds in your redstone shop.
Oh,
it's like,
we appreciate that at Cherry very much.
I'm so addicted to it now. I feel like all these people that constantly buy Apple products, I feel the same way. I have to go in the shop and then I see like repeaters, whatever. I have 3 stacks, can't have enough. Let's buy another 3. Like every time I log on, I buy something in there almost.
Well, yeah, it's more of a community. You come in, you're a part of the Cherry experience. We at Cherry like to refer to ourselves as unapologetically premium.
All right. I mean, yeah, I guess. By the way, what are you wearing?
Oh, this is my Halloween costume.
Different.
I lost my pants, so I apologize. I am walking around in the nude. I lost in a tragic accident.
Or what?
A werewolf. It's a werewolf.
Oh, okay.
It's good times with Woofy.
Okay. Yeah. Why are we here? Right. It's so easy to get distracted, man. Right.
So, why are we here? Oh, I almost died in your thing over there. By the way, I launched my Ender Pearl into the lava and not into the trip hook.
Yeah, simple instructions. Well, walk up the way in front, and what does Scar do? Look, he does this. Like he goes in there, and I see him doing it, and I was like, all right, let's see, maybe it blows up. I wonder. And I was like, walk all the way up, and he goes like, okay. What?
I tried to aim for the trip hook hole. I wanted to shoot it through it.
Ah, man. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna put a trapdoor here so nobody can actually see up in there.
Okay.
I already thought about that.
Okay.
So yeah, I got you here, Mr. Scar, because well, we all know you can build a bit, and this is a posh area, right? Here's the stock exchange,
I like
which will also, of course, house Concorp. Right?
Of course.
So
most profitable company in all the world.
Yeah, maybe we will see what the stock index tells the world. You know.
Yeah.
I mean,
maybe we'll talk a little under the table later.
Back to the topic.
Yes,
you're
back
so
to the
distracting, man. It's crazy.
Oh, you should see how frustrated Cub gets with me. It's fine.
Yeah, I know, and you don't even do anything. By the way, your cat. I saw your tweets. We need to get her into the new update.
Oh, we're working so hard towards it.
What was the hashtag?
Hashtag cat contest. Vote for Jelly. Well, that's not part of it, but you can just add that to it for fun, for kicks.
Yeah, so I saw some excellent pictures of your cat, by the way, on your Twitter.
Worked hard for those pictures.
Wait.
She doesn't cooperate. Oh yeah, back to the topic.
Right. So we are downtown here, right? Because we have the Statue of Liberty. If you think about New York, well, the Statue of Liberty is not really downtown, but downtownish area, you know, in the Hudson River there. Then we have the skyscrapers over there.
Yeah.
Like the big cup. The big teacup. And then we have the stock exchange, of course. So, and here where I have the Ender Pearl cannon thingy, I want to build a little bit of a skyscraper, kind of a mock-up, maybe of the World Trade Center or something like that.
Ooh, that looked really cool.
Downtown area. So maybe we could resemble Central Park a little bit here. I mean, I know it's not really, next to it, I mean, there's Battery Park, I guess, or
Mhm.
what is it called? The park down there in New York City at
I've
the
never been, sadly.
yeah. But I don't know. Maybe it makes sense if you kind of have a little bit of a Central Park in here to kind of fit with the New Yorkish theme. I
Yes.
don't know.
Okay.
Just for
Okay.
inspiration, like I don't know.
Yeah. So I'm feeling like some of those like Central Park walls around the sides, and then in the
Mhm,
interior, then we get some grass going, we get some trees. Oh man.
mhm.
Oh, I think this will be
Yeah.
really fun.
And I mean, keep in mind, I mean, we need to include somewhat of an entrance to Suzuma's thing here. And here, obviously, we need an entrance to the Ender Pearl skyscraper. I tried to get going with that, but yeah, I need to finish the door in
Yeah.
the exchange first.
Yeah.
So we have kind of this is the main things. Here we have a pass, and everything here past that was just temporary, right? That can all be
Yeah.
as can all be gone.
Yeah, so I'm thinking like a nice
Yeah.
big like straight on entrance going over here. I don't know, maybe we'll throw in a fountain. We'll see. But yeah, I think there'll be lots of fun, cool stuff we can do, especially getting inspired by Central Park for sure.
Dude, isn't there an ice rink in Central Park?
I think there
Oh.
is, and there's like a fancy restaurant. It's like Table on the Green or something like that.
I mean, I was thinking maybe we could even collab on this in a little bit. Like, let's say if you make a fancy ice rink, small scale of some sort, I
Mm-hmm.
could make some redstone magic that
Ooh,
makes armor stands that are in ice skating stands
oh, that'd be
shift
really
around it
cool.
here and there. I mean, maybe that. Hmm.
Ooh, that would
Okay.
be cool.
I mean, it's just some brainstorming, guys. Also, feel free, of course, in the comment section to hit us up with ideas. What's iconic for Central Park? What would make us recognize Central Park? That would be nice. And then,
Mm-hmm.
of course, okay. So now comes the big part: money.
Mm-hmm. The best part.
Oh, I know you convex guys, convats are all into making money, right? So I guess it's not gonna be free, or am I wrong?
I feel like with Scar's Landscaping Services, we have premium services at subpar speeds at Scar's Landscaping
Mm.
Services. And we usually like to, once the project's done, then you choose the price.
All right, that seems like a fair deal. I mean, not saying that, there might be stacks and stacks of diamond blocks in the vault of this this nice building here, Technically we're broke, so don't expect much.
Always good times with Doc to be sure. And here's a strange thing. Every time I stand here, I swear I hear a donkey. I feel like I'm going donkey crazy, my friends. But anyway, my ideas for this area are starting to form, and I'm quite excited about it after talking with Doc. And I noticed when I walk back over here, this area is different than it was originally, at least when we were hanging out over the weekend when we recorded the clip. It's now Monday now. So the reason I'm concerned about this is that I want to drop this area down by about 2 blocks and do a. See, I told you. You heard it, didn't you? There's donkeys here. Anyway, so what I want to do is I want to drop this down about 2 blocks, maybe into the ground. So we'll dig down, right? We'll chop down a. Oh. Okay, guys, I found the donkey and apparently the llama in boats, just hanging out doing llama donkey stuff. It's just best not to ask questions. So, okay, now I know I'm not going crazy. Probably going crazy about a lot of other things, but definitely not donkey crazy. But anyway, so I think there'll be enough room for us to dig down a little bit, and we'll have a pathway coming out of here. And I think it'll be nice having a couple of stairs and then just having some room to work within terrain changes, and then have a fountain and then a pathway going to a Zuma shop. And we really decorate the whole place with some really great trees. And I really want to experiment with a particular tree that has been long requested, like the cherry blossom tree, that I'm going to see if we can make happen, because after all, it is autumn. I love looking at all my beautiful aqua. Your eyes just swim through those oceans of diamonds. Anyway, I've been working over here at Shulker Cave, getting everything set up and ready to go for today, and just gathering up some resources for all the different things we are going to be building today. And we got lots of hardened clay in there. We've got lots of leaves, harvested a little bit more over at Concorp. And of course, oh wait, that's a secret chest. Anyway, let's pack all this up and get to work with today's project. And there we are. We've got ourselves a little work site built up on the hill away from where we're going to be building. One thing I'm going to need to do now is clear away all of these chests and shulker boxes and things and start excavating the land. So like I mentioned before, we're going to take this down about 2 blocks downwards, and that'll give us a lot more room to kind of play with height and things along those lines. So it's going to take a little bit to clear this all out, but once we're done, I think we're going to have a great slate to landscape on. The Great Pit has been unveiled. So I put in quite a bit of work here. So we removed the first layer of dirt in this area. And also I cleared out all the chests and all the shulker boxes so we can start working. Now I've taken all of Doc's and Ren's supplies and put them in a cave so they're nicely protected. They're all out of the way. So I think they're probably better than being out in the open here. So where we're going to start here, actually it's a little bit difficult to get where we need to go with a giant hole. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start experimenting a bit with this design. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to remove this layer here and create those staircases. Now, I think it's really important when you're working with landscaping to make sure you really think about levels, right? You really want to add a lot of depth to the terrain around the build because it'll add so much to it. And that's what I've been doing for maybe the last 2 years or so. I've been always trying to make sure that there's a lot of different levels to it. You don't want it to just be flat all the way across. You want to kind of dip into it and have some pieces up above you. Think of the fantasy forest over at the tree. So let me grab out some stairs and you kind of see what I want to do here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place a piece of dirt there. How exciting. All right, now we're gonna work here. We're just gonna start placing stairs across here. There we go. And we're gonna get those guys all along there. And then we're gonna place down these guys in between them. Beautiful. Put that right there. Awesome. And then we're going to lower this down by 1. And we might do 2 stairs. We might just do 1, but just give it like a little extra depth in the area is going to be fantastic. Now, there are a lot of things that we have to contend with. We have to contend with the matrix room over here, the donkey storage area, apparently. And other than that, I think we're going to be pretty good. Having this open is actually going to be beneficial towards our design. So that'll be really good. Let's grab out our slabs there. And I'm going to go right on this plane right here. And I think this will look really nice. So we'll always have 2 blocks like so, and then we'll push it out like that every one of these full blocks, right? So then we'll push it out, and that's every 2 blocks, if that makes sense. There we go. And then you guessed it, we're gonna push it out. There we go. And then we'll run these guys like so, and then we'll repeat the pattern on this other side. I think that looks good for a start. Now we're going to mix in some more texture into the path so it's not this continued repetitive stone bricks all the way across here. We'll throw in a couple different details. I think that'll look really nice. Now the pathway is going to extend out here a little further. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start breaking it open and creating a giant fountain in the center. Now, being this build is so close to this one, if we were to do like the fountain right here to have like pathways branching out like a spoken wheel, it would look kind of goofy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the fountain a little bit further out, like right here. And then the pathway leading to the wool shop will like start right here. And it might have maybe like a slight little meander to it leading up to the shop. So I think that'll look really nice. And yeah, so we're making progress. So I'm going to continue to work out the layout of this path. And then we'll work on that fountain. Welcome back. And we are in the darkness right now, playing around with our trident. It's so much fun to have this thing back and to be able to play with it. Why did everything get so dark there? That's really scary. But anyway, I noticed something funny. So I was flying by Green's base. You know Green's base. Absolutely amazing. It's at like maximum build height, which is just insane. And I saw my island over here, right? It looks like the fun size of a candy bar at Halloween, right? That's my little island over there. And then Grian's base over here is the king size bar. That's like the rich guy at the end of the street with the gate. And he opens up that gate at Halloween and he gives away the king size bar. Oh man, I love it. I love the size comparison of these things. They're really funny. But anyway, let's get back to work. And there we are. We've got ourselves a layout for the pathway leading up into the stock exchange. And one of the biggest challenges that we have with the entire stock exchange landscaping project is that this is an even number all the way across. So lining that up with the fountain is going to make the water portion of it fairly large. So that's a 2x2 water stream, and that's a big water stream. So we might play around with that and see if we can find any other options. Maybe, just maybe, we could even make a statuary, right? What if it was like an ancient wizened hermit face. Oh, that would be kind of cool. So what would you do? Would you do a fountain or a sculpture of some kind in the center here where the pathways branch off? So let me know, statue or fountain in the comments. Just write statue or fountain. I want to see. If I remember, I'll put a poll, but I never do, so we'll see about that. But yeah, I'm happy about that. So what we're going to do is we're going to texture this as our next phase. So adding some extra details in the pathway is going to make that look way better than just having repetitive placement. And then of course, still working out the design for the pathway leading up into the wool shop there. And yeah, so we're making progress. So let me know what you think about a fountain or a statuary. Still trying to determine what I want to do in that centerpiece there, but in the meantime, we've got all the texture down. Eventually, we'll probably add a piece of carpet here and there and put some kind of light source there so we can keep the area nice and light and bright just the way we like it. So where I'm going to move next to is the landscaping a bit as we think about what we're going to do at that center, of course. And what I want to start doing is just laying down a little bit. You know what? I might want to do a barrier of dirt here. But I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or not. So I'm just going to get started here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to lay down some grass, really bring in a little bit of color to the area. And then on this, so once we bring this all the way across here, and like I said, any areas along the pathway, I may turn into dirt. So we grab out some coarse dirt and get a little crazy with that. There we go. So grab this. And another thing we could do, this is just a potential idea. It's a little bit more work, but that's okay, is to lower the grass down 1 block. So it's not right up against the the stone there, and that creates like a connected texture. And we don't like those around here, but we could lower it down by 1. Now I don't want to interfere too much with the riverbed because I wasn't 100% sure if Doc and Ren have an idea with the boats, but I think if we leave it up here, it's our best chance of not interfering with that, but we may lower it down. We'll see how it all works out in the end. But this is what I'm talking about, adding a little bit of a barrier across here. So just like a little fenceway, if you will, that protects the lawn. And I think that actually looks really, really great. And that'll really kind of fill in all the areas kind of as you walk up to the stock exchange. Potentially, let's grab out something with Silk Touch. And I'm just going to say this is the center. So this could be even like a walkway into the grass fields or something like that. Would look really, really nice. So things we still need to do: centerpiece, park benches, trees. We have a whole bunch of other fun stuff to do. So let me start establishing all of the lawns and all of those details, and then we could get to the trees and the benches and all those fun things. Now that is starting to look really, really cool. So I was able to connect the wool shop to the kind of main area. Now, the only thing I'm a little bit disappointed with myself in this entire design is that I dug down purposely to try to add elevation between some of the different areas, and without me really noticing, I just made the entire thing then at that level. So instead of having this pathway 1 to 2 blocks lower than say the wool shop to kind of give it a little bit of elevation changes, I made them all the same. So it really was pointless to do the whole change in elevation. Oh man, anyway, it's okay. We'll figure out some fun stuff to do. So we got the lawns installed. I'm starting to build up some gates, right? So we're trying to get that Central Park vibe going a little bit here. So this area is very manicured. Now behind that gate is where things are going to change a little bit, and it's going to be pretty cool. I have to come up with the gate design. Originally I was thinking, and this is something that I've been really liking a lot, is to kind of like slip in a little bit of, what's this stuff right here? It just slipped my mind. That stuff, the brick. I was like, what is that called again? So slip a little brick, and it was very similar to the temple that we did over in the dead biome. But I don't know. I don't want to do anything like that too crazy because this isn't my build. I'm only hired help over here. So I don't know if I'm going to get that crazy, but a lot of old structures had brick inlaid like that. So we'll think about that. We'll get the fences built. We'll get the wild trees on the other side of here and the more manicured in the interior kind of section where we're standing. And then the fountain and or statue. We got to figure that out. Welcome back, and we've got a tremendous amount of progress, but I was having a fun little conversation here with Cub Fan, of course. He is up to 865 phantoms, and I had to tell him that those phantoms had families. They do, but he had a good point in that he sent them back to the underworld to see their families. Anyway, guys, look at how awesome this is. We've got the Central Park-like gate structure built up. We've got some trees in the corners. I'm dodging that lava. I do not want to go inside that again. that would be not my first time. So we've got the pathway laid out, and I think this looks really, really good. So like I mentioned before, I want everything very manicured within the gate structure, right? So everything is nicely put together. Now on the outside, that's where it's going to be a little bit more wild. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And I think everything is really coming out nice. So we'll swoop on down here. We've got some lampposts now. I'd love to get some benches scattered about. And I think things just feel nice and like put together, right? It's the beauty of landscaping is it kind of brings everything together. Like you have these amazing structures that Red and Doc built and Azuma built, and you just put a little landscaping and then everything just feels like it's all put together in an environment. And that's what I love about landscaping. And yeah, things looking good. This dirt right here is very sparse, so we definitely need to put something in those places. Now the central area. I still don't know what to do here. So I want to know from you guys, what would you do? You know, a statue and or fountain. So I may be going with a fountain, but if I see some overwhelming support for statuary of some kind, I'll change it for sure. No problems. It'll be super easy to swap in and out of this. And yeah, so that is our next task. And that's gonna be tough. But anyway, out in this gate here is where these fun little trees are gonna be built. And hopefully we still have time for this episode. If we don't, we'll do them on stream, of course. But yeah, that fountain is gonna be tricky. But these trees, they're gonna be amazing. So I'm building, doing my thing, and I'm looking up at that rainbow. And what comes to mind is, of course, a classic YouTube video. And that's, of course, double rainbow. And I'm thinking, Zuma, you need to make another rainbow. I know this rainbow wasn't easy to make, but you need to make another one and sell concrete powder. You would rule the market here, Azuma. Think of the diamonds, think of the aqua. It would be amazing. So hashtag Azuma concrete because yeah, we need to convince Azuma to make a double rainbow. Here's an idea. First of all, we got to get rid of that rock over there. Put an upside down rainbow on top of it. All right, that might be a little silly, but if there was another rainbow here that sold concrete powder, I'd be your best customer and it would be amazing. Anyway, guys, made ourselves a fountain. It's really difficult to build fountains like a 2x2 in a constrained area and things along those lines. There's not a lot of extra stuff that we can build because it would really take things out of scale. So playing around with it, especially with the 1.13 mechanics of water, really kind of changes the way this works. So it was kind of fun. We were able to build kind of the cylindrical design right there. Cylindrical? I do not think that's a word, Scar, but we're going to add that to the Scar word list. But it's a very like cylinder is still not a word, Scar. Cylinder? No, definitely not that. Okay, it's like 11 o'clock right now, so I'm a little sleepy, so give me a pass on that. All right, so it's looking pretty good. I can't get over what I just pronounced that as. But I don't know. I'm considering also potentially using glass. So getting some glass and things like that together to really make it an interesting shape. So let me know, guys. Would you like to see this in a little bit more glass form so we could really kind of play with that, or keep it water? So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to make that tree. Welcome back, and we have now completed the Ren and Doc order for the stock exchange landscaping, and down below there we've got ourselves a new tree. That is the Scod Autumn tree, and I think it's looking pretty darn amazing. It's a little bit of a combination of our cherry blossom trees and of course our dead trees from the landscaping shop. And why did I put these here? Well, here's the reason. When I was looking up Central Park, all the pictures were of like an autumn fall, you know, design. And I just had to make them. And I don't know if Ren and Doc want them. I can totally get rid of them if they don't like them. But I just think it adds like a fun little extra contrast to the area. You know, that's more of kind of the deeper Central Park areas. And I think it looks pretty cool. So I'm happy with it. And like I said, I'm totally cool with getting rid of that or anything else. Like if they don't even like this, get the bulldozer, we'll get rid of it. We'll redo it. We'll put something else in. But I am happy with it. I think it definitely came out pretty cool. We've got the lawns here. We've got the pathways. We've got the fountain. Now, there are things, of course, that will change. Like, you know, if you guys want the statuary, we'll build a statuary, get rid of that fountain. And then moving over to the wool shop area, I think this looks good. Now, I've left this area very blank because Doc has a really cool idea, you know, building this out into a skyscraper. So that's something fun to look forward to on Doc's channel, of course. And just Ren and Doc finishing this thing, it is going to be amazing. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed today. And I It's now 12:30 and I'm really mispronouncing names. I really hope you guys like the landscaping and the new trees that we have over in the background there. But until next time, this has been Good Times with Scar, and I always really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my videos. And if you believe the video deserved a rating, that would be much appreciated. And until next time, we'll see you later. And don't forget to subscribe because you may just become scarred for life.